All right, Monday Night Live. Gotta get home and watch Monday Night Football. I talk a lot about exercises that, well, first of all, I talk about what exercises are good, but sometimes I say they're not all good because there are exercises that are really good for some patients that'll make other patients worse. It happens all the time, not in our clinics, but happens all the time where a doctor gives you exercises or a physical therapist gives you exercises and it makes you worse because there are certain exercise and movement patterns that are bad for some discs and good for others. So I caution you. And I hear this a lot where, I saw your video and I did that, it didn't feel good. Well, not every exercise on our page is good. But there is one exercise that everybody needs to learn. And it's probably the easiest, but you have to train your body to do it. It's not hard. You know, some exercises are a little bit more of a challenge, or they don't always feel good, but this one's a good one. So this is me here. We are the Illinois Back Institute. My computer moved a little bit. This is our disclaimer. Videos are for educational purposes. This is not a treatment plan, nor is this a diagnosis. If you have a back pain that's not going away, you need to see a doctor. Could be something else going on there. Does happen sometimes. My mission, and I'm going to accomplish this mission because I think it's possible. My mission is to eliminate back pain from the planet. You don't have to live with back pain. We have found a way out. We have several scientific studies that have been published, and we have more coming. Some big ones. The next one's a big one. And there is a way out. You do not need to live with it. If your doctor said you have to live with it, he doesn't know what he's talking about. If the doctor says it's in your head, it's in his head, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So there is a way out. All back pain is mechanical, and sometimes it's organic, and that's the one you have to go figure out what that is, because that's a different kind of problem. It's just different. Could be more advanced. Okay, but that's very rare. That does definitely happen. Okay, but that exercise that everybody needs is what we call abdominal bracing. It's not boxing, although they are boxing. Abdominal bracing is your ability to contract the muscles in your core. And what is the core? The core is the erectors, the obliques, okay? From front to back, just like this, like a cylinder, goes around there. We have a video about this, about the cylinder, more in depth. But this came up today, so I thought I'd make the video today. Because I talk about, these are good, these are bad, this one is good for everybody. Doesn't matter what your problem is, this is good for you. So, bracing. It's the ability to contract all these muscles. It's the equivalent to when you're going to get punched in the stomach, assuming you know it's coming. Somebody's going to punch you, you contract your muscles. Okay, it's contract them. That is bracing. Sometimes you can push your fingers in there and push your fingers back out. Okay, so bracing is getting ready for a punch, but also bracing is relax your muscles, let your fingers go in, and then push your fingers out. That's bracing. Okay, it's not Halloween. Halloween is something different. Not Halloween. Halloween. Halloween is where they pull the belly button into the spine. I think they do that in a lot of yoga. Yoga's not for some people. Okay, but there was a physical therapy movement for a long time where they said, oh, you got to pull your belly button into your spine. It makes your spine more stable. It does not. They did a study. I had back pain. I found a way out, but a lot of how we found a way out was through research, advanced research. This is in 2007, but they identified that bracing creates more stability in your spine than Halloween. Okay? So the question really is why bracing is important. Bracing will prevent abnormal or dysfunctional movement patterns. The spine and the vertebrae are designed to move in certain ways. If they're moving too much, they call that hypermobility. If they're not moving enough, they call it hypomobility. But what happens is, as the disc breaks down, you'll get tears. You'll get tears on the inside. Okay, these tears shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be here. And this shouldn't be here. Okay? All those tears create inflammation. The longer you have inflammation in the disc, the more the disc breaks down, period. It's called the degenerative cascade. Excuse me. Once it starts, if you don't stop it, it continues to progress to the point where the disc completely degenerates. That's why if you have pain, you shouldn't really wait, because you can prevent. It's like having a toothache and saying, I'm going to wait, and then by the time you get to the tooth doctor or the dentist, the tooth is so bad they got to pull the tooth out. Had you gone earlier, you could have prevented it, right? So when you have abnormal motion patterns from too much motion, mechanical irritation they call that, or compressive loads, vertebrae aren't moving the way they should, they're too tight, okay, compressing the disc, and then abnormal movement, you're using your spine instead of using your hips. Well, the bracing prevents all that. The bracing is the ability to contract all these muscles and then bending with your hips, not your spine. Okay, when you're bracing, it's hard to bend with your spine, but if you're not bracing, then what happens is the spine bends better, but you really want to use your hips. You want to learn to use your hips. So bracing is all about preventing the motion that makes it worse. Again, if the spine is stable and everything is being held in the position, you get less aggravation. But over time, what can happen is those discs can break down. And if you continue to move on a broken down disc, you will continue to aggravate it, continue to make it worse. So the bracing actually creates stability. Doesn't matter if it's herniated, bulging, degenerated, stenosis, all of those will cause sciatica. So our 10-step process. Number one is you have to know why. These videos are all about why. Yeah, I could probably isolate it to 20 different things, but as we go through it, I'll see if I can condense the fundamentals, because the fundamentals, and we do have a video, maybe I'll do a recap of all the videos and then put them in the link below. Not today, but I'll do maybe Wednesday, I'll do a recap video of which ones I think you really need to watch. But one of them is why your back pain is not going away. It's a long one, but it's a 20-minute, more just about the facts than just talking. But it's all about why. So it's really important to know why. But the video today about bracing is identifying and avoiding what's aggravating it. It's really not about identifying it, but bracing, if you're not bracing well enough, that's one of the identifiers. But also creating stability. So the bracing creates stability in your spine. Prevents the motion, abnormal motion, too much motion, things like that. So it's a 10-step process. We have the ability through the 10 steps to eliminate the pain. We have a nutritional supplement that we use as well, but I'm doing the video about that tomorrow, because 3 people asked about that today. I think it's a breakthrough. It's an absolute breakthrough. It's a supplement that helps resolve inflammation. So knowing all this is going to be inflamed, if you're over irritating it through activities and motion, the supplement helps resolve some of the inflammation. But we have the ability to solve the problem in the disc. Herniated discs go away with our treatment. Stenosis, back pain, degenerated discs. Okay, we treat the pain. The pain goes away. We create stability. When you're stable, you feel better. We have the ability to eliminate the problem. We've been doing this 25 years, 500,000 treatments, and we've found a way out. If you like the video, I want you to hit the like button. If you don't like the video, hit the like button. I want you to subscribe to our channel. I want you to share this information. We want to eliminate back pain from the planet. Yes, we do. It is possible. We have to go a little faster though. There's a lot of people suffering right now. And believe it or not, back pain is getting worse. It's getting worse because we sit too much. Our culture is the sitting culture. So share this information with somebody that might need it. Comment, ask questions. You can say whatever you want. I can handle it. All right. 888-959-6816 if you live in the United States. I don't know if those phone numbers work outside the United States, but I guess if you call it, it doesn't work, then we know. If you have a disc problem and it's not getting better, give us a call. We can help you. We found a way out. You can live pain-free the rest of your life.